individuals, principals in Shalom Torah Centers, Rabbi Friedman and Rabbi Lappa. Welcome to the Oorah radio-thon.
Thank you.
Good tavach. Let me give a little bit of a background to our very chashuv guests. Shalom Torah Centers, which is synonymous with Kiruv Rechoikim and helping children in the Jewish world. I happen to know Shalom Torah Centers well because Rav Pini Yorowitz is my mother's first cousin, so we know, and also the shadchan of my son Nehemiah, so we know them very, very well. Shalom Torah Centers had struggled this year with some financial problems because of the economy, as we all know that very well, and Oorah, helping a sister organization in Lakewood, and a organization which they have many children in as well, is given them, their 430 children that they represent, a very good shot in the arm of help. It's one of Oorah's projects this year, and therefore we welcomed the principals on to the radio-thon to talk a little bit about their connection with Oorah and what Oorah means to them and to Klal Yisrael. Rabbi Lappa, I'll ask you first, what do you have to say? Rabbi Friedman, I'll ask you first, what do you have to say with Oorah and its connection to Shalom Torah Centers?
Well, first of all, I must thank Oorah for everything they've done. They're really keeping us alive. But what I say often is that people have a misunderstanding of what Oorah is. If you'd meet people in the street and you just ask them, what is Oorah? The first person may say, well, they're the auction people. Another person may say, well, Oorah, I know him, he's Five-ish, isn't that his first name? And so on and so forth. Another one say, well, we sing the Oorah song on Pesach Seder. The Oorah song, was it the cucumber song? No, Oorah in pajamas in the middle of the night. It's a little mistake there. Or another one may say that we make the shluf koppels. They make the shluf koppels over at Oorah. But Oorah does one thing and one thing only. Oorah does kiruv. And they're amazing. I spent a lot of time with Rabbi Mintz, an amazing, special person. The patience, the understanding, when you sit and meet with him, it's as if there's no such thing as a time zone. There's no time. He probably doesn't even carry a watch. He just, all the time that you need, is just there to discuss. His patience is unbelievable. But it's all kiruv, whether it's an auction, whether it's a shluf koppel. They'll do kiruv with a shluf koppel, of course, they sure will, but they'll do it in pajamas in the middle of the night. But they're there, and they're there for us, and the people we met with, just unreal.
You see, what Rabbi Lappa is telling us is that what you see in the auction book, that's just a way to accomplish our real business at hand, and that is to save the Yiddish neshamas, as you heard with the Binyan family, with the Friedman family, and thousands of others. Rabbi Friedman, Rabbi Lappa, what is your connection with Oorah?
Well, Baruch Hashem, we've had an opportunity to connect deeply with Oorah. We've had a relationship with them for years. This year, as you have said, we've had quite a relationship, and they've helped us an incredible amount. Over the years, I've had the opportunity to experience firsthand the Oorah magnitude of kiruv, both through Talmidim that they've supported in our school, and what Oorah has done in the camps. One thing I think that's universal, and that is any organization, whether it's kiruv, school, or camp, is only as good as those that are on the top. And I think the incredible success that Oorah has is because of who's on the top. Starting from Reb Chaim Mintz at Tzadik Yisod Eilam, going through to Eliyahu Mintz and Rebbetzin Mintz and Rabbi Weinstein and the entire Oorah staff. They're all incredible, and that's the reason they're enormously successful. I'm sorry.
Rabbi Friedman and Rabbi Lappa, I believe that both of you, from one time or another, visited the Boys Zone camp. Can you tell us a little bit of your impressions?
Okay, I spent the Shabbos up in Boys, and it was fantastic. The atmosphere, the ruach, the gashmias, everything was terrific, and they sure had me doing tshuva when I was on top of the zip line, and I had to take my leap off there. So I had to hear a tshuva there myself, but the camp was unbelievable.
You have to excuse me, the two of you are so popular now that all the lines are lit up. So there is a special emergency line, 1732 415-7402, because all, and I mean all, the lines are stuffed. So 732-415-7402. I mean, I guess that our listeners heard about Shalom Torah Centers and that Oorah came to the rescue. And that's 430 children just there. People are saying, wow, I didn't know that. I better call in again. So again, the number is 732-415-7402. Think of a quick gematria. And of course, you could get on, if you couldn't remember that, you could get on www.oorah.org anytime, and of course we get a chance to have a special raffle of $500. I interrupted you. You wanted to make a point before.
I just want to say that going to the camp, the greatest nachas that I've had was seeing our Talmidim and Talmidos having an experience. They could maintain the Yiddishkeit that they've learned through this winter and through the school year during the summer as well. But the camp in Oorah has been a learning experience just for me, because Oorah, being at the camp and now being here this evening, has taught me how to do kiruv. Kiruv is done here at Oorah professionally with the heart, and the combination of the two is incredible. Oorah sees through the kiruv down to the last detail. Everything is done planned, everything is done in advance, everything is done with the heart, and everything is done to make sure that the outcome is successful. And it's an incredible thing.
We're sitting here in the studios with seasoned professionals, two seasoned veteran principals. I've been told by other people that you could always tell an Oorah child. What's your feelings about that?
What I see is that it's the Oorah family. Oorah, if it's Pesach, if it's Purim, if it's Sukkot, the whole family gets involved, and which makes a tremendous roshim. So, of course, on the child you see it as well, but you see it on the family. It's unbelievable.
All right. Now over the years,